Fake the handoff, wide open, touchdown right. And that'll do it for regulation.
In his hands.
Well, here is Hunt for the touchdown.
The coin toss. It can often be used to solve a petty argument or make a quick decision because it's going to be a 50-50 chance whether it's heads or tails. But what happens when we allow that to seep over into the biggest game in all of America and we allow it to decide a game on prime time in Monday Night Football? Well, we just saw an example of that between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about it. The Buccaneers, near the end of the game, they make a drive to tie the game up at 24 apiece, and the Chiefs get the ball with about 30 seconds left. They are not able to recover. They do not respond, and as a result, the game goes to overtime. Both Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes go out to the center of the field. Baker Mayfield calls tails. The ref flips the coin. It lands on heads. Mahomes obviously makes the call to receive. So the Chiefs get the ball first, and if they score a touchdown, the game is over. If they score a field goal, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a chance to respond with their own possession. The Chiefs drive down the field and score a touchdown, which leaves the Buccaneers with no option of retaliation and a loss in the record book to sink to 4-5. Now, we changed this rule in the playoffs a while back after the Bills lost to the Chiefs in a similar fashion, to where now in the playoffs, if a team scores a touchdown, the other team still has a chance to possess the ball and see what they can do. But that does not apply to the regular season. And I would understand that in an NHL, NBA, and MLB environment where they play a lot of games. And, every regular season game isn't as crucial. But in a league like the NFL, where there are 17 regular season games, everyone counts a little bit more. So I believe that this rule should be implemented for the regular season as well, because otherwise it leaves a team like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in a position like this where they just can't do anything because their bread and butter on that team right now is their offense. Baker Mayfield is leading the league in passing touchdowns. He absolutely could have got the job done and given the Buccaneers life, but that wasn't the case because the Kansas City Chiefs won a coin toss. And the counter-argument to this is that Todd Bowles, when the Buccaneers scored the touchdown in the fourth quarter, that they should have gone for two. Because you're facing the Chiefs. You don't want to give Mahomes any time in the first place in the final period. But also, that way you wouldn't have to go to overtime against KC. However, going for one is the right move because if you don't get two, then that ends the game right there. But if you go for one, you're going to get that PAT most likely. 99% of the time, you're going to score that point after. And that's going to tie the game. That's going to give your team a chance to live another day. Meanwhile, if you went for two and you didn't convert, the game's over. So that kept the Buccaneers in the game, and they only lost as a result of the coin toss. And in my opinion, it is a rule that the NFL needs to consider changing. We saw the need for it in the playoffs, but every regular season game matters just as well, because now the Buccaneers, they're a couple games behind Atlanta, and it looks like they might be losing their chances to win the division. And part of that comes down to this loss. So I think the NFL should really consider implementing changes. We should not allow a game to be decided by a coin toss. Because sometimes, like in this case, a team might not have the best defense, and they build their roster around an elite offense like the Buccaneers have done. And to not even get a chance to display that and put your best unit out there for even a chance to win, something needs to be done.